my feel-good breakfast show.
Okay, let me break this down to you. Whether it's bread, isonka, isinkwa, or even le pan, brood, whatever you call it by any name, it tastes just as good. And that is exactly why today we are celebrating National Bread Week, running until February the 25th, but in my world, every single day. This week is all about appreciating real, additive-free bread and the people who make it. It's a time to recognize the joy of baking, the importance of even supporting local bakeries, and the simple pleasures, Carl, of a fresh, warm loaf of bread.
I can almost smell it right now. You know what I'm saying? Just there's something about the smelling that it gives you what they would call self-raising power. And that's what I want to chat about now. Now, whether you're a seasoned baker, a fan of a good old sourdough, or just someone who enjoys a good sandwich, this week is entirely for you. It's yours. You can take it because International Bread Week encourages everyone to go back to basics: flour, water, yeast, salt, no unnecessary additives, just the good stuff. So today we're diving into the history of bread, some fun facts and how you can celebrate this week. And I think it's a delicious week. In fact, celebration is quite easy.
Yeah.
Get bread.
Eat.
Done.
Just eat it.
Right?
Don't hold back. Now let's start with a little history, Carl.
Yes, please. Let's go.
Because bread has been coming on for quite a while. Did you know that bread actually dates back over 14,000 years?
Sure.
That's a lot of bread, is all I'm saying.
Sure.
And the first known bread was actually made from ground grains and then water put together over an open flame. And then around 1350 BC, the Egyptians actually discovered how to make sourdough. They let the dough ferment, and then voila, the first fluffy loaf of bread was there.
You see this over here? That's what bread used to be like.
Wow.
Basically cement. We've come a long way. Look at that. That's literally something you'll find in your garden. But you know, we've moved forward and bread has been a staple ever since. In fact, in medieval times, people even used bread as plates. Yes.
Okay, I mean...
Like cement plates.
Clearly.
Right.
Okay, here's another one. Did you know that bread has actually sparked revolutions? I can imagine this. The famous phrase, we've heard it all, let them eat cake.
Yes.
Although wrongly attributed to Marie Antoinette, it actually refers to a time when bread shortages fueled the French Revolution. So when bread runs out, I'm telling you, things go wild.
It did,
Yeah.
especially growing up and going to school. Eh?
crazy.
Very, very wild. But so how can you sort of get involved in International Bread Week? Well, it's simple. Just get eating.
Yeah.
The other option is for, you know, to actually bake your own bread. I mean, why not? Give it a shot. Give it a try. There's something really satisfying about kneading dough and pulling a fresh loaf out of the oven and the entire house smelling like a bakery. If you've never tried it, I think this is the week to give it a shot. People think that it's such a science.
Yeah.
And it is a science, but the thing is, once you've got all of your ratios,
Right.
and because you're following recipes and you're just getting your measurements right,
And the timing good.
you'll be surprised at how effective you can be baking it out.
But if you're like me and baking is not your thing, but we're trying, okay?
Yeah.
All you have to do is support your local bakery. You know, all those small independent bakeries, they often make their bread the traditional way. And that, of course, is without any additives, no preservatives. The only thing they add is maybe some olives. I love olive bread.
Yes.
So why not grab a fresh loaf and maybe try something new and give them a shout out on social media. Now, you can use this hashtag called #RealBreadWeek.
Yep.
Fantastic.
That is great. And some wild bread facts to impress your
Okay,
friends this
I'm
weekend.
hearing.
You know, they usually call it water cooler conversation. This is sandwich conversation, okay? Now, controversially, pizza is technically bread. Hear me out.
always.
The dough used for pizza is a form of leavened bread.
Fair.
Okay, so if anybody wants to come to you and say, oh, it's not pizza, it's bread, just tell them, calm down.
Yeah.
It's fine, okay? There's also World Bread Awards as well.
Oh.
And bakers from around the globe, they compete for the best loaves.
Oh, I love that. I think we're going to be competing a little bit later.
Yes.
And then also during World War II, fresh bread was actually banned.
What?
Governments wanted people to wait a day before eating it so they wouldn't actually overindulge. Rationing. Come on, times were tough.
Very, very tough. Well, the smell of fresh bread actually makes people happy.
Oh, yes.
Studies show it triggers feelings of comfort and nostalgia. No wonder we love bakeries and our thighs.
Definitely. Thick thighs save lives. Thick loaves do exactly the same. The largest loaf of bread ever baked, actually, Carl, I don't know if you can imagine this. It weighed over 1,500 kilograms. Imagine how many sandwiches you can get out of that.
That is crazy. Look at that thing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, well, the thing is, whether you're baking, buying, You can even swap bread. That's another way of showing love to your neighbor, or just enjoying your favorite loaf. There are so many ways to get involved in International Bread Week.
I love that. And just remember that real bread isn't just delicious, it's a craft, a tradition, and a way to bring people together. So get out there, break some bread and celebrate. One person that I would love to break bread with, because I feel like he's getting handy in the kitchen, is Ryle.
We need him.
Please.
Oh.